Well, hello again, Redeemer family. Let me cut right to the chase with this video. We just have a number of details that we want to share with you about our upcoming service this Sunday morning, our first outdoor service. There are a number of specifics that we want to share with you so that you can plan accordingly and so that you can be in prayer that everything would go smoothly as we try something new this week. There should also be an attachment in this email that outlines a number of the items that I share with you, but we thought it would be important to just sketch out what it's going to look like Sunday through this brief video. So let me just share a number of bullet points with you, and hopefully this will be helpful. Number one, we're changing the service time to 9:30 a.m. instead of 10:30 a.m. So the service this Sunday, outdoors, one service, it will be at 9:30 a.m. instead of 10:30 a.m. We're doing this to ensure that we meet during the coolest part of the day. Now, the forecast for Sunday looks great, but we know that could change dramatically between now and then. But right now, the forecast is that right around 9:30, it will be 66 degrees and clear. So we're hoping that that's the case, and we're asking you to pray that that will be the case. 9:30 a.m. instead of 10:30 a.m. Number two, we're asking you to bring your own seating. Bring lawn chairs, bring blankets, bring whatever you would like to sit on or however you would like to spread out your family. That's just fine with us. We'll be primarily set up in the parking lot, so keep that in mind, though we also have that large grassy hill as the backdrop for our meeting space. So if you come early and you want to take some of the grassy area, you feel free to do that. Now, we will have a small seating area set up in a shaded part of the parking lot, but this is primarily for those who are elderly and will find it much more comfortable to sit in the shade and on a chair that we provide. So as you arrive with your own seating, we're asking you all to social distance on your own. We're just trusting you to do this. When you set up your own chair or an area for your family, just make sure you're a reasonable distance away from others. And of course, the earlier you come, the more choice you'll have in this. So keep that in mind. Number three, since we will mostly be set up in the parking lot, as I mentioned before, please feel free to come early and set up some sort of canopy tent if you have something like that. Now, if you do have something like a canopy tent and you don't care who uses it, then we would invite you to drop that off at the church office. So at the church office, Friday by noon, and then we'll have a crew of people that will set that up in advance of everybody showing up Sunday. And then whoever gets to the church first and claims that area, they'll go ahead and use it. But that would be wonderful if we had some extra canopy tents or something of that nature. Number four, since we will be using the southeast corner of the parking lot for our meeting area, please park on the west and north sides of the building. If you can't figure that out when you arrive Sunday, just drive around until you see the area that's coned off and set up, and don't drive your car in there. Park somewhere else. Number five, we will be partaking of the Lord's table this Sunday, but this is how we're going to do it. Instead of passing out the elements or having you come forward and take them, the elements will be available when you arrive, and they'll be out on tables. And so you could just take those back to where you'll be seated for the service, and just hang on to those until the end of the service when we will eat and drink together. So you'll find those prepackaged elements again. Take them at the beginning of the service, but don't partake of them until the end of the service when we will eat and drink together. Number six, the upstairs bathrooms in the building will be available on Sunday, so just keep that in mind. Though we are working hard to make sure the service stays right at an hour, but those will be available. Number seven, since we are outside and will be socially distanced, in accordance with both local and state governments, masks are not required. Though we do, as we've said in past weeks, we do want you to wear one if you believe you should, or if you think that's safest for you. And we believe that as a church family, we'll be able to continue to walk through this season with maturity, with humility, marked by love. So two final items. Number 8, if you're willing, We will need some additional help both Saturday and Sunday morning. So if you're available to help, I just invite you to contact Sam Henneman directly. You should find contact information for Sam in the document that's included in this email. Finally, we want to encourage you to use these outdoor services as a springboard for greater fellowship within the body. In fact, I've already heard about groups that are planning on going from the service to a park or to someone's home for a time of fellowship and fun. We think that's a great idea. So we encourage you to organize something like that or be part of something like that. Use this opportunity for greater fellowship within the body if you think it's safe for you and your family to do that. So remember, bring your own seating. 9:30 a.m. Sunday morning is when our service will begin. We can't wait to see you. We're looking forward to a wonderful time of worship and celebration as we hear the word of God and as we partake of the Lord's table together this Sunday, outdoor, 9:30 a.m.